Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Stanford Howard with this edition of the Hgptv Sportcast. We begin with cricket. The Guyana Jaguars lost their first match of the PCL Regional 4-Day Tournament to the Leeward Islands Hurricanes by 2 wickets. Find out more in this report. The Guyana Jaguars felt the blow of their first loss of the season in the 5th round of the tournament. The game hung in the balance between the two sides in the first 2 days. The Guyana Jaguars, who were stunned by the bowling efforts by the Hurricanes in the first innings, as they mustered 196 all out in 68.1 overs on the first day. But the Jaguars clawed their way back from the poor batting by producing a stellar bowling performance on the second day to leave the Leeward side 20 runs short of Jaguars' target. Jaguars started their second innings with precise batting, but a rain-affected Friday afternoon left the game hanging in the balance and 2 more days of play, as Jaguars had a lead of 96 runs heading into the third day. On the third day, the Hurricanes' bowling was targeted once again, led by CORNWALL, who grabbed 6 scalps. The Jaguars' batsmen had starts, but none of them managed to get a 50, as the Jaguars made 269 all out in 98.3 overs. Hurricanes in their second innings had an early scare when they lost their first wicket with 16 runs on the board. The second wicket stand of 153 between HODGE and Casey Carty laid the foundation of the Hurricanes' win against table toppers Jaguars. HODGE went on to make his century of 127 when the partnership was broken in the 69th over. The Jaguars kept on picking up wickets, but the Hurricanes held on for the win on Sunday by 2 wickets. Jaguars will now play against Trinidad and Tobago Red Force at Queen's Park Oval in Port of Spain on Wednesday, the 23rd of January. For the Hgptv Sport, I am Stanford Howard. Ed Ceesay is back as president of the Guyana Amateur Powerlifting Federation. He was re-elected at the Federation's annual general meeting, which was held on Saturday at the National Racquet Center in Wolford Avenue. Meanwhile, Nadine Terrell, one of Guyana's most awarded female powerlifter, was elected vice president, with Colin Austin taking up the post of treasurer. Andrea Smith was returned as the general secretary, while record-breaking powerlifter Renata White will continue as public relations officer. David Gomes, Martin Webster, and Erwin Smith are all committee members. At the forum, the President, General Secretary, and Treasurer of the outgoing executive presented their annual reports. The Guyana Amateur Powerlifting's 2019 Executive Committee is expected to kickstart its calendar year by hosting the first 4 annual competition, the Novice and Junior Powerlifting Championships, on February 3rd. This event will be held at the St. Stanislaus College Auditorium, commencing at 10 hours. Pre-sold tickets for this event cost $1,000 or $1,500 at the gate. The Georgetown Dominoes Association on Sunday held an exciting domino competition to discover whose hands are the best at strategically matching tickets. Samuel Gillis reports.
A broad cross-section of working-class people took part in a domino competition at Seater's Shop located at Montrose on the East Coast on Sunday. 11 teams, including all seasons, Royal Kings, Mix-Up, and Punters participated. Teams came from East Bank, West Coast, Sapphire, Georgetown, and other communities around Guyana. A senior official of the GT Domino organization expressed his disappointment with the lack of support of the teams from the east coast of Demawara.
I'm surprised up here. We come up here on the east coast to play this tournament, and I got 10 teams from Georgia, only 1 team from the east coast. That's very surprising.
Where are the other places the tournament would usually play?
They play at Georgetown, all over, Morbies, Linden, West Coast, all over the tournament. But I was surprised today with the team tournament I get from East Coast. Was very surprised.
Oh, so the East Coast people they're not really supporting.
No, they support this tournament. I don't know what's up.
The teams stirred for $90,000 Guyana first place, second prize of $40,000 Guyana, and third place earning $25,000 Guyana. All prizes were accompanied by trophies. Capturing those prizes were Providence with 58 games. They walked away with 90,000 Guyana dollars cash and first place trophy. Coming in second were Phantom with 43 games and cash prize of 40,000 Guyana dollars. And in third place, OPKA with 36 and cash prize of 25,000 Guyana dollars. Most valuable player was Dos Santos from the winning team. As successful as the matches were, another senior organizer of the domino competition for 30 years gave his take on the state of dominoes in Guyana.
Domino is a sport that everybody loves. We talk about the bottommost sport. That would be the bottommost sport. But dominoes been played all over the world. I went on tours as far as Santo Domingo to participate in dominoes. And every other year, we go on a World Council tour to different parts of the Caribbean. Now, in Guyana itself, domino, as I said before, took a dip in terms of participation. Normally we would have sub-associations all over the country. Now we just have independent players who are participating like every Sunday, like what we're having here now.
For HGP Sportscast, I am Samuel Gillis.
Thank you, Samuel. We switch our attention to golf. Gulmero Escarag, crowned winner of Suzuki Anson Motors Guyana inaugural golf tournament Saturday last. Find out more in this report. The 2019 golf season kicked off at the Lusignan Golf Course in grand style, as over 50 golfers registered for the Anson Motors Guyana inaugural golf tournament. Managing Director of Anson McCall, Troy Cadogan, strove to represent the company in the tournament with a valiant effort, but it was Macrab's Guillermo Escarag who with a dominant net 63 emerged the champion. Guillermo, who was barely edged into second place in the previous week's club president tournament, played in the 19 to 28 flight category, drove, chipped, and putt superbly to lead the whole tournament. Scores and top performance at the end of the day show that many golfers' performance have been improving, and one can expect keen competition throughout the rest of this year. Top 5 scores in the 0 to 9 flight were returned by reigning Guyana Open champion Avinash Prasad, 82 to 1. Club President Halim Hussein, 80 to 9. Richard Hanif, 77 to 9. Second place winner Mike Mangal, 74 to 9. And first place winner Patrick PRASHAD, 68 to 9. In the 10 to 18 handicap flight, top scores were first place Abui Saban, 67-17, and in second place Asodin Shah, 68 to 16, followed by Ian Gavaya, 69 to 16. In the 19 to 28 handicap flight, top scores were first place Guillermo Escarag, 63-22, Robert Hanneman, 72-28, followed by Maxim Mangar, 73 to 28. Guillermo Escarag was also the overall winner with a fantastic best net of 63, while Patrick PRASHAD chopped the best gross prize with 77 strokes. Sharton Tawari was a judge golfer with the longest drive, while Liknarang Shivraj was the nearest to the pin. For the HGP Sport, I am Stanford Howard. And that's all we have for this edition of the HGP Sportscast. But do remember, persistence can change failure into extraordinary achievement.